What's up guys, so I have a lemon, and you know what we say when life gives you lemons? Well, it gives you lemons. But that's something that always bothered me about this expression, is that life doesn't really give you lemons. I mean, lemon trees give you lemons, not life. Well, technically you could say that life gives you lemons because without life lemon trees wouldn't be lemon trees, and so without life you wouldn't have lemons. But all that to say that I like lemons. And you, do you like lemons? And even more than that, do you like lemons from lemon trees, which is pretty normal because lemon trees do give lemons, or do you prefer lemons given by life? And then, if you do, well, you know what you should do with those? Lemonade! Thank you! Thanks! You can find me every day, every night on YouTube at ernestvideos 1. Yeah. Ooh. I need to peel it. So by now you might ask yourself, why did I speak so much about lemons? And the answer is, for nothing. So let's start the video, shall we? So today I'm gonna teach you what are the hardest words to pronounce in French for strangers, and obviously how to pronounce them. Because if I were to teach you what are the hardest words to pronounce without teaching you how to pronounce them, well, that would be a pretty useless video. So let's get to the heart of the matter, and here is how to pronounce the hardest words to pronounce in French for strangers. Yeah, okay, that's not a killer title, but I still have time to work on the title, and I'll have a good one when I'll be done recording. I hope you'll enjoy. So, number one, which is my all-time favorite, and why is it my all-time favorite? Well, because it's a personal vengeance against you English speakers. Which is squirrel. Écureuil. Go for it! I'm listening to you. What? I didn't hear it. Oh, you're unable to say it? What a shame for you. Well, this is for every single time you laugh at a French who was struggling saying squeal. Karma is a cold-hearted... I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I mean. So you know what? I so love seeing you struggling trying to say this word that I'm not gonna teach you how to pronounce it. What? What did you say? Écureuil? No, it's not like that. Écureuil. That's how you say it. Okay, don't leave, that's okay. I'm gonna teach you. So, écureuil. So the first part, é. How to pronounce it? Well, that's pretty easy. You take the word hey, and you remove the H and the Y, and you pronounce it. No, not E. I'm not talking about letters, I'm talking about sound. So hey, you remove the H, A, you remove the Y, eh. Okay, so the second part is Q, which literally means ass. And how to pronounce it? Well, basically just say Q, but differently. Q. So if after all this explanation you're still unable to say it, well, honestly, I don't know what you need more than that. But if really you do need more, in this video, shameless self-promotion, I explain you exactly how to say it. Sort of. Kind of. And then hey! Oh really, how can I explain that? Oh yeah, I know! So it's just like feuille, but with an R. Hey. No, I finally found how to say it. So it's kind of like rail, but you just change the A by a. So it's like ray, and then the R with like a French R. Shameless self-promotion again. And yeah, ray. Écureuil. Okay, number two. Horreur. And this one is also one of my favorite because that's a personal struggle in English. As it means horror. Horror. So how to pronounce it? Well, like horror, but you pronounce every single R and you don't pronounce the H. That's legit it. And the thing is, this word is so hard to pronounce because it's the exact same, but you need to completely change the pronunciation. So, horror, you remove the H, aura, and then you pronounce every single R as a French R. Horreur. Horreur. So number three, œil, which means eye. I mean not I as myself, but I as my eye, like mon œil. Eye, œil. If you manage to say écureuil, it's the same but without the R. So that's actually much easier. So, œil, and you remove the R, œil. And if you didn't manage to say it, well, just give up. I mean, I can't do anything for you anymore. It's just like if I were to say, oh, I can't say squirrel, no, squirrel, écureuil, œil, same. So number 4, accueillir. Œil. This sound is everywhere! So before even starting to tell you how to pronounce it, if you still didn't manage to say œil, please give up. And you know what, just give up on French, because I'm kidding! After that, people will say that I'm bullying, so it's not the kind of a house. So you can do it. I believe in you. Ouais, mon œil. Accueillir. Well, first part is just like but with a bit less energy. Then cueil. Well, it's œil with a C. Cueil. So if you did manage to say œil, it's cueil. If you didn't manage to say œil, well, it's still cueil. It will not change just because you didn't manage to say it. I'm sorry. I mean, I wish it was that easy, but it doesn't work this way. So cueil. And the last part, ir. It's something like a paradox, because the beginning is I, which is an I for us, but an E for you. So even though it's written like an IR, you need to pronounce it as if it was an E, because you pronounce I as E and E as I. So, I. And then a French R. R. I and R. Ir. Or you can just say here, but without the H. Here. Yeah, that works too. And all together. Accueillir. Accueillir. The next one is serrurerie. That's gonna be so amazing. You're so screwed trying this one. Sorry. No, I'm sorry, but I can't. I mean, I'm just like picturing you being like And yes, this video might be a small vengeance from myself to you for laughing at me every single time I try a new language. So, serrurerie. First thing is C. Well, this one is pretty easy. I mean, C, like the E is the same as the beginning, so hey without H, without Y, E, the S, so S and E, C. That's it. Then comes the first nice part, rue. So the U, which you already failed to pronounce, and the French R. Then re, well, this one is pretty much the same. You just need to say E, which is kind of like when you hesitate on something. Same, and with the R. And that's it. And then ri, which is ir, but the other way around. And then when you will finally manage to say all of those separately, you have the funny part. Trying to say all of them together. Serrurerie, 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 serrurerie. Please, if you're trying this one, send me a recording of yourself trying. Like a snap or a Facebook message or an email, I don't care, but please, please, please send me a recording of yourself trying to say serrurerie. Because I want to laugh. Savage! So now let's go to the two final words. The first one is frog. Doesn't seem that hard, right? Well, it's grenouille. And I mean, this one is gonna be important for you because let's face it, if one day you do come to France, you will want to try the stereotypes. So you will want to try frog legs. But as you know that there is this stereotype that French people don't speak English, you will have to ask in French. So frog legs, des cuisses de grenouille. Grenouille. Well, I could ask you to just repeat after me, but let's face it, it's not gonna work. So the first part, gre, is pronounced like gru if you were a zombie. And then people tell me that French sounds romantic. It's basically like you're gargling to death. And then nouille. That's like the French word for noodle. So it would be like if a frog was a grenouille. How to pronounce it? Well, nouille. It's like N, so and then ouille. And ouille is basically the sound that you will make if someone is hitting you really hard. Like someone's hit you and you're like, ouille. So yeah. Grenouille. And I see you coming. But what if I say I or ouch? Well, don't say it anymore! Now you say ouille, grenouille. That's as easy as ABD. Huh. And now, last but not least, the big boss of the French pronunciation, the big one. Actually, no, that's probably the easiest of the video, but huître. So what is an huître? Well, an huître is an oyster. So you say oyster, we say huître. Why so? Well, because you're speaking English and I'm speaking French. So to say huître, the first thing is to say oui. The funny thing is that there's an H. The H you don't pronounce it. No H. So oui. Oui is basically U and E. But once again, the U pronounced as U and the E pronounced as I. Well, I for me, E for you. Because it's an I for me once again, but it's an E for you. So you pronounce, well, not really. I mean, it's still written as I, but you pronounce it like if it was written as E. Once again, just like with ear. So, U, I, oui, and then tre, which is pretty easy because it's like Trump, but without the end, without ump. So it's Trump if he was not finished. Well, he's actually not finished already, but just imagine he's even less finished, and so he's not Trump anymore, but he's Trump. And then you add a French R, and tre, and huître, and that's it! But there's one more word that is not pronounced properly, and you know which word it is. And it also has a U in it. You see that coming. Putain! And this is the end of. I still don't have a nice title for this video, but I'm gonna find one before the end of the editing. Also, someone asked me if I could speak a bit more French, so j'espère que vous avez aimé la vidéo. Si c'est le cas, n'hésitez pas à mettre un pouce bleu, à la partager, à vous abonner. Vous pouvez aussi me suivre sur tous mes réseaux sociaux, because I speak French. Vous pouvez aussi me supporter sur Patreon, because I'm French. And no matter what happens, I will see you in my next video. Have an amazing wonderful day. Don't forget to smile, and bye-bye! C'est vraiment marrant, on n'y pense pas, but it's really hard to just jump from one language to the other, parce que de temps en temps, on sait pas vraiment quoi dire. De plus, the words don't come to myself in English and in French the same way. Du coup, parfois, je peux avoir des petits bugs, je passe de l'un à l'autre, and it's not working the way I want it to be. Mais ça va! Also, if you're Russian and want to be included in my next French guy tries to speak Russian video, it's still time, it's actually the best time to send me your recordings of crazy hard stuff to say. And as usual, I'm coming here with Freya to get more views. Hey, look at her. She's so cute.